So for like flat Earth question, it's a real easy fix. It's a real easy fix. Okay. If you're looking at this reality from the standpoint of an objective, real, physical reality, which it is not, then yeah, when you look out the telescopes, you see other spheres or circles or semicircles, whatever. I've never been on the other side of another planet, so, you know, does the back of the moon exist? Not based on what the double slit tells us. Double slit experiment tells us that consciousness is what creates or manifests physical reality like this. Okay? If I put this in a closet with a bunch of other shit and I never go back there for a year or 2 years, it'll be there when I open it up. But let's say I never go back there again and no one ever finds it again. Does that closet exist? I'm the only one that knows that closet's there. I'm in the woods. I put a closet in the woods. I'm a lunatic, right? No. If I'm the only person that knows that that closet exists, it's not there. It doesn't have to be there because I'm the only one that knows that piece of information. So the double slit tells you that the manifestation of physical reality from it to bit, John Wheeler, is through consciousness. Now you can make a camera, you can take the camera, rewire it, try to trick the particle. It's not going to work. The particle's going to know you rewired it. It's going to know all the tricks. You can do all the tricks in the world. It's going to know that you did it. And the reason why is because your avatar is made from the same invisible particles that we say is clear air. You're in a bowl of quantum soup. To us, does a fish know it's in water? No. Fish is just there. They don't have the intelligence to know that they're swimming around in water. They know there's an up or something maybe higher up above them. Maybe they know that. But they're not too smart. We are smart. But our senses have been limited to where we can't see the quantum soup, but it's there. It's a mesh of electromagnetic energy swirling around in vortexes and vertices. I can see them only on occasion. Okay? And for the few months I was able to see them, it was an unbelievable sight. The further you come closer to the plane or the globe, whatever you want to call it, the more dense it is. Okay? Same thing like pressure. When you go down to the bottom of the ocean, it's more pressure. So the shape of the planet, look at it this way. If consciousness is what's necessary to manifest reality with particles, you ask the larger consciousness system that question, the answer is always the same. Invalid question or a moot question, meaning that, what are you talking about? You're in virtual space. Your space is not even real. You understand its logic? What do you mean? Well, is it a sphere? Okay, based on a real reality, it would be a sphere, sure. But in your reality, consciousness is non-physical. So there is no shape to this planet. That's why when people do local experiments, they can't find the 8 inches per mile square. They can't, they can see Michigan across from Lake Michigan. They can see Chicago, which is impossible, right? Because it's the curvature. That's why when that boat goes down in the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean, it goes down bottom first because of the curvature. 8 inches per mile square. They can't find that in experiments. So that means it's flat, and they're lying. But then the globetrotters come back to the flatliners, and they're like, well, look at the moon is this, and look at the curvature is based on this and that, and NASA has pictures. NASA's pictures are renditions of artists' interpretation of the data or the algorithm it got from the satellite. You understand that? Go to Kennedy Space Center and look at all the pictures, and you're going to see right there for yourself in little tiny print. Like that print that says no refunds, no returns. It's even smaller. Okay, this is an artist's interpretation of the data. You're picking somebody who's an artist saying, here's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Can you put it together for us? Yeah, sure. Here's a fucking $100,000. Thanks. Is that the real thing? No, because Elon Musk himself says, wouldn't it be great if we were a binary planetoid system where we can go to Mars? It's 2021. He promised this shit back in 2020. I bet everybody in my workplace that wouldn't happen. Why? Because we didn't even go to the moon. You ever heard of Girls Gone Wild? They have one that says Astronauts Gone Wild. Look up Bart Sibrel, his first videos, first movie says, what? Funny thing happened on the way to the moon. What were they doing? They were faking the Terminator line. They were faking the sister land. Sister land is in between moon and Earth. You're halfway between. 250,000 miles away is the moon from Earth. So that's 125,000 on average. Okay? That's in between, sister land. They were faking the image. There were 3 people talking on the phone. One was the CIA or intelligence department. The other one was the actual Houston channel. They're on different channels, so Houston didn't know the other guys were talking. Because when you're on the moon, you got to wait 2 seconds, or at least 2.5 seconds to talk back. So if I say, hey Neil, what's up? You say, I'm doing good, how you doing? That's impossible. The speed of light has to wait that long to transmit the message. The most profound or prolific video I've seen probably in the last 5 years. Broke my heart, but the more I looked into it, I was like, yeah, they didn't go. The next sequel to A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon, which you should see, Bart Sibrel, is, okay, Astronauts Gone Wild. Why? Because in 1996, the space shuttle was flown beyond the realm and area of the space station, which is 250 miles away from Earth. They went 365 miles away from Earth. So now they're 115 miles further away from Earth than the space station. What do you think happened? They had radiated, ionized, I guess, particles that were so intense and damaging to the DNA that they went through the shuttle, they went through their eyelids, they went through the shields, their helmets, and they could see them in their retina, just going right through them. Radiated particles, which means you keep going, you're going to die. You're damaging your DNA. You're going to get mutations. You're going to die. And they didn't even make it to the beginning of the Van Allen radiation belt. They didn't even make it there. They still had to go another fucking 390 miles, 85 miles before it even starts. And by the way, there's 2 belts. So the Van Allen radiation belts are looking at 30,000 miles total. There's no way. So in Astronauts Gone Wild, Bart Sibrel mentions that whole thing that happened, and they all played this card like, what? We didn't know that. Come on, man. We had no problem. And then one astronaut answers the question that if you really think hard and close your eyes, right, you can see them come flying at you. No, you can't, man. What kind of drugs are you on? I want to try that. Please, send them my way. I want to see stars come flying at me. What do you want? LSD? What is it? Other astronaut is all nervous. The dogs are barking. He's sweating so much underneath his arm. He has a fucking mini rainforest there. Because he's lying. The other guy sprints in the middle of a seminar with a suit on. He's like, get the hell away from me, you bastard. This guy is doing like a Ben Johnson, fucking Carl Lewis 100-yard dash into the media room. Wanted nothing to do with him. Just wanted to swear on a Bible. Neil Armstrong never did one interview. Not one. Not even to say, hey, the moon was fun. Bye. So the first guy who lands on the fucking moon doesn't want to talk about it? Yeah, okay. And then he leaves us with this weird thing. One of truth's protective layers? Yeah, we're protecting a lie. Not hard to figure that one out, Einstein. And then you got the other guys. You know, what's the guy? Edgar Mitchell, who knees him in the butt. I mean, Mitchell, you know, I know you're deceased, no disrespect, but, you know, if you're going to do something, clock the guy in the head. You don't knee someone in their ass. Jesus, man. That's ridiculous. And then all of a sudden his son's like, we're going to get the CIA to wax him. It's called whack. Bang, bang, whack. W-H. Not wax. That's not a wax museum, buddy. Okay? Like, whack. The mob is going to whack this guy, not wax him. Let's give him a waxing to take his hair off his legs. Come on, dude. What are you talking about? CIA is going to... You know, they acted like a bunch of clowns. And then Buzz Lightyear punched him in the face. Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Aldrin. But you know what? Might as well call him Buzz Lightyear, because Buzz Lightyear didn't go to the moon either. So you're Buzz Lightyear now. Buzz Aldrin punched him in the face. Okay? They behaved better than Girls Gone Wild 2, the sequel. And they were taking their tops off and where? And where were they going at? They were over in what? Tijuana? Huh? They were topless, upside down, doing shots of tequila. And they behaved better than the astronauts did. They behaved better than those astronauts. What did Neil Armstrong say? Knowing you, Bart Sabrail, how'd you know his name? Wow, interesting. I thought you didn't know the guy. That's probably a fake Bible. Who the hell carries around a fake Bible? Yeah, is this a Bible store? Yeah, are you guys religious? Where's the fake Bible? That's the one I'm interested in. I want a fake Bible, please. Oh, yeah, fake Bible's more money. I don't care. Gotta have it. I got all the answers in the fake one. Can't wait to read this. Is it a fake God, too? $5,000 to his favorite charity. Neil Armstrong was like, you know, hey, it's your charity, man. You're being nice. You're going to give it to kids or something. We'll give it back to NASA. They're always broke. Give the $5,000 to them. No. They acted worse than teenage girls and guys getting drunk in Tijuana or whatever the other place is called in Mexico, Cancun. There you go. They acted worse. With the sweaty armpits, the 100-yard dashes, and inside a fucking facility of people sitting down. How did he stop? I mean, when he crossed the finish line, he probably had a world record, but people were like, whoa, who's this guy? Oh, it's an astronaut. Okay. Edgar Mitchell walks up, not Edgar Mitchell, the other guy that was on the Apollo 11. Not Buzz Lightyear and Neil Armstrong. Michael Collins. He goes up to the camera in Publix. I know where Publix is. He lives in Vero Beach. He says nothing. He goes, making out with the camera. You can see his lips and his slime. It was disgusting. I hope they quarantined your ass if you really did go to the moon because you infected that camera. I would throw that camera out if I were you, Sabrell. You might have some moon germs on there. Oh, he didn't go on the moon. That's right. He flew around it. Sorry. Maybe next time. Yeah, he's the loneliest man in the world because when he was in the back of the moon, there was nothing else going on. But he heard some weird sounds. Really? Did you see anything else besides that? Did you see any lights? Aliens? UFOs? No, he just heard a couple weird sounds. What do they sound like? I don't really remember. It's the most important thing in your life. We lost the telemetry data. We lost the original pictures. We lost everything. The Hasselblad camera is on their waist. How the fuck could you aim that? I'm a camera expert. I got all the cameras. How could you aim those pictures? The people at Hasselblad are like, I can't even do that picture. Wow, Neil Armstrong's a professional photographer now. In fact, all of them are. Amazing. You think that launch where that vehicle shoots up in Apollo 11, going 4,000 miles an hour, you think that was a soft landing when Michael Collins is spinning at probably 10,000 miles an hour? It's not Superman where, fake, where Superman saves Lois Lane. She's falling at 300 miles an hour and he's going up 200 miles an hour. In real life, those two people collide and die. But in Superman, he picks her up and saves her. Well, in this case, you got like a 10,000 miles an hour and a 4,000. That's called an explosion. That's not like, we got each other, now we can leave. No. So the shape of your planet, how about this? You're both right and you're both wrong. So go home, stop crying about it, Globetrotters, and stop crying about it, Flatliners, and understand that you live in a simulation. And then you all can get along and shut the fuck up. Because nobody wants to hear your crap anymore. Both sides. Anyways, there's the truth. Have a wonderful day, UFO Michael Cody.